Um, just pull this up real quick. Up right in front of my face. Awesome.
Cool.
Rip this tab off. Wait. That's easier. Awesome, man. Let's see, make sure that is working. It is. Okay, cool. So yeah, dude, thanks so much for hopping on this call. Much appreciated as always, for sure. Yeah, I don't think this is going to take too long, 10, 15 minutes or so. So I think we could just hop right in if you're good with that.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, just give us a quick introduction to who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so my name is Philip Pages. My main company is called STNGR. We do everything from ballistic sunglasses to like tactical accessories and kind of everything in between. Started that in high school when I was about 17, and it's kind of grown from there and it's kind of become a full-on operation. 7 years later, we've been scaling and are looking for kind of the next steps, but we engaged with Gamal in the original article to kind of come up with some unique and innovative sunglasses designs, and they've been doing very well for us recently. So we've been very pleased with kind of the results that we've seen.
Awesome. And so about where were you in your business when we started working together, which was like, what were we saying, like 3 years ago or something like that, 4 years ago even?
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I think we started talking in 2019, 2020, kind of around
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were just in the process of we had launched an initial set of sunglasses, our super durable ballistic rated sunglasses, more for like tactical LEO, that sort of thing. And we really wanted to get more into the lifestyle everyday carry side of things. And that's where we came up with our two designs, or you kind of came up with the designs. One was our Waymaker, and then the other one was our Aviator. And the real kind of innovation with the Aviator that kind of blew our minds when you kind of came up with it was that nose piece concept, where aviators normally have like a failure point on the nose piece, and it's just a very small piece of metal, super thin, and it always breaks. So you buy these $200 pair of aviators and they break, and now they're rendered useless and not able to be used at all. So you kind of came up with this really interesting design where it actually integrated into the lens, looped around, and then attached to the frame, and that allowed for it to not only be replaceable but also just be a lot more durable and fit a wider range of user spaces. So yeah, that was kind of the core of that product, and we've been selling that on Amazon and distributing and that sort of thing. But yeah, that's kind of how we kind of came to be in our first project.
Cool. Yeah, no, exactly. And so, yeah, how would you say, have you enjoyed our experience or your experience working together so far?
Yeah, no, it's been great because like it's interesting because I've worked with other industrial designers before, and I think what's unique about you is essentially your engineering background. So a lot of times you'll design like industrial designers will create something really, really cool, and then you go to manufacture and they're just like, yeah, you can't make this. Like it's just not able to be made. So you have something that's like really cool, amazing renders, everyone's psyched about it, and then you go to manufacturing, it's just like, no, this isn't possible. So the thing that I've gotten the most value out of is as we're kind of ideating and as we're kind of creating designs, you are almost like the two-sided brain where you have that super creative element where you're coming up with innovations and things that are very unique and are just really kind of cool from a design standpoint. But you also have that technical engineering background and 3D prototyping and 3D printing and that sort of thing. So we can kind of merge the two where it's like, oh, this is a really cool concept, but hey, maybe we should tweak it this way because we can save some efficiency during manufacturing, and right here it'll be a little stronger and it'll just be better. So like the level of technical detail that we're able to achieve from the engineering side is very, very helpful, so that when we actually do go to manufacture, we're not essentially having to like rebuild the design from scratch.
Yeah, no, totally. And it's always great for me too to like be able to, yeah, have insight into the business and why you guys are doing things, because that totally helps me, informs me on what I need to do on my side so that it really becomes the thing that you need for the business, right? So, um,
100%.
so what have been the biggest like aha moments you've had since working together?
So I think the biggest is, I don't know, it's just very helpful because I have a lot of ideas on like how I think things should be, but I can't always articulate them outwards or translate those ideas into designs. Like I know kind of like what looks cool. I know what people would like. I know generally what the market wants, but it's hard for me to articulate that out and actually turn that into a product. So it's just nice having conversations with you, and it's like, oh, this is kind of like, here's some ideas, here's kind of some competitors that are doing, like, this is what I like from these guys, what I like from here. And then just taking like design elements, even from, I don't know, completely like tangential industries, right? And then you just kind of piece it all together and you come up with some new amalgamation that's like really cool, really innovative, really unique. And that's kind of been the biggest aha moment, just because like we can just take elements from other areas and then kind of like run it through my brain, run it through your brain, run it through kind of the team's brain, and then you kind of are building something unique and cool. And that's just been super, super helpful for the product development standpoint, where like I have a lot of trust in you that if we have like I trust you to come up with like cool things and cool designs, and then are very open to receptive to feedback and criticism. Like, hey, maybe this isn't the direction we wanted to go. Like, you're very willing to work with us, and like that's just been a very, very cool thing, seeing kind of like ideas in my head and then ideas in your head, and then we have like an amazing product at the end that consumers love.
Awesome. Yeah, and speaking of that, so yeah, what kind of results have you seen like implementing the thinking, the strategies, the designs we've worked on?
Yeah, so the biggest, I think, success that we've had is really that unique aviator that we came out with. We have a couple designs I know kind of in progress right now that I'm pretty excited about that we're working on, but the main one that's gone from ideation to prototyping to testing to actual like production and selling has been that aviator. And it's one of our best selling sunglasses right now. We're seeing a lot of distribution and sales on Amazon. And I think it's largely just because it is a very differentiated product. A lot of times people just come out with things that are like, oh, we're just going to make another aviator and maybe make it cheaper or something. It's just like, that's very uninspired. But when you can kind of come in there and say, oh, we're innovating, we're changing up the way the nose piece has been done, making it adjustable, making it more durable, so that you're kind of fixing the main issues that this like legendary like design of sunglasses, the avia, that's been around for years now, but innovating on top of that and then releasing that into the world on our marketplace like Amazon. We've really seen a lot of success with that.
Oh, that's fantastic. So yeah, how would you say, working together has changed the way you look at your business moving forward?
Yeah, so we always believed that like we didn't necessarily have the technical expertise to really come up with unique and innovative designs. And we actually considered different directions of the business based off of that belief. But since kind of engaging with you, we realized that we really can release any products that we want. And it's like our brand has a very unique design DNA. And the core growth lever that we see moving forward is going to be new products, and new products that incorporate that unique design DNA throughout the entire kind of buyer's journey, right? So we have all these kinds of product ideas that now we basically unlocked by having by being able to work with you, by being able to work with the original article. We know with a strong degree of confidence that we can release essentially any product that we want, and it's not only going to look amazing, but it's also going to function really, really well, and consumers are going to love it. And we know that we can launch these new products, so we can kind of get this motion moving. Whereas before we were like, okay, we have a bunch of ideas for products. We don't necessarily know how they're going to turn out design wise. We don't really have the technical expertise in house to really like make that how we want it to. We have ideas, but ideas are just ideas. And until you have something that's transformed and molded and actually becomes an end result product, the business is kind of stagnant, kind of standstill. So by being able to essentially create whatever we want, any idea we have, I mean, right now we're focused on sunglasses, but we have other projects and things that we're working on. And your design experience goes beyond just sunglasses. And having that engineering background, again, is very, very helpful, because our products are a lot of times very technical and they need to be very durable, while also looking very aesthetically and ergonomically just good. So it's one of those things where now we have a lot of confidence in the future of the business, because we can essentially launch any product we want, get into any category we want, have it be innovative, have it be like kind of revolutionary in that sense. And that has really allowed for the transformation of the business, and even just like the vision and the direction we see the business going.
No, that's awesome. I think what's really exciting too is just thinking about how the way that you're able to engage with customers, because like you said, you've been doing the business for a while, but You have a little more ability to like really visualize things to show to people. It's like, it's not just email blast of words. It can be email blast with like ideas and pictures to like really engage them in a way that they just, our customers are not often engaged with, you know what I mean? And so I think that helps them, you know, helps your brand stick in their mind in a way that other brands that might be similar, that they maybe also buy stuff from, it's just a different relationship that you're able to have with them now. So I think that's the other really cool thing that's occurred to me as we've been working together too, is, you know, I wasn't even thinking about that at first, you know.
Touching on that briefly as well, that just kind of reminded me, because since working with you, we have implemented like the biggest issue with like product-based businesses is you go through R&D, you launch a product, and then you have a bunch of inventory, you have to hit MOQs, and then you have this huge liability on your balance sheet of, I don't know, $100,000, $200,000 in product, and you just like, you don't really know if people are going to buy it until they buy it. And then like if you screw that up like once for like a bootstrap business, like you're kind of screwed. So by being able to kind of leverage your design experience, expertise, like we're able to a lot of times de-risk product launches where we can engage like, hey, we're going to create 3 renders of products that are functional, and I can actually like, we've 3D prototyped them, if they work. We know that we can build them and engineer them. We've gotten quotes, like everything is ready to go. We just haven't built up the molds and gone into production yet. But what we can do is take, hey, there's 3 designs here, 4 designs, whatever, and then send it out to our email list or run Facebook ads to those and say like, hey, is this like, what do you guys think? And then we have metrics that we can gauge and understand. And like we were able to basically iterate very, very quickly at a low cost by creating interesting designs, interesting things like, hey, we have a crazy idea for something. Will our consumer base even like it? Test that out like without even having to build it out, and then gauge their reaction. So we're essentially able to de-risk the biggest risk factor in an e-commerce business while enhancing our ability to innovate, enhancing our ability to just kind of launch crazy ideas and moonshot opportunities and just kind of go with it. And that has also been a huge unlock, because now not only is our innovation cycle faster, because the biggest issue is manufacturing and getting going, and the production runs is 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Like it's just like all that. So if we can cut all that out, verify that people want the product beforehand with designs, renders, and things like that, and then build that product out, that has been a huge unlock just from a de-risking standpoint, and like the success rate we have with new product launches as well.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Philip, thanks. This has been great. This is fantastic. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, thanks so much for your time and giving us some insight on your experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And yeah, I'll be in touch real soon. All right.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right. Take care.
All right. See ya.